Welcome everybody, this is Gaming and Still Life. This is your host Rich, and today I'm going to show you a little bit of my personal retro collection, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Okay, starting off, this is my very first console, or actually game system that I ever bought. I was very young at the time. I had got my first job. I was a busboy at a restaurant, Italian restaurant, and I saved my hard-earned money, and I waited for my parents to take a trip to 3 towns over because we didn't have a mall in our town. And I went. It was $249 at the time, and I went to what was it? Electronics boutique, and they didn't have any. So I walked 40 minutes to the nearest Toys R Us outside the mall with my parents, thinking I'm at the arcade or something, and I got this. This is an Atari Lynx, the original. I do have the box. This is in mint condition. I have changed all the capacitors, and I have changed the voltage regulators that are known to be faulty in the system. The trapdoor does not always stay up. It does take batteries, but everything does work perfectly. I also have something that I got maybe a year later or 2 years later, is the Atari Lynx 2. Now this one I have gotten modified over the years. All the capacitors have been replaced, the voltage regulator has been redone, and I also have one of the new McWill screens that looks just unbelievably nice in this screen. Now this is the Atari Lynx, the original. Now this is with the McWill screen. Now, of course, I also got the EverDrive card for it. I was really into portables, but I never got a Game Boy. I just never liked the Game Boy, and I never got the Game Gear. I always went for power. So, what did I get? Of course, the obvious choice, a NEC Turbo Express. Now I do have the EverDrive card for it, and I even have the Turbo Vision for watching TV, and I have had it modified. I've changed all the capacitors, redone the audio in it, and also added a McWill screen, which are very expensive, but it's worth every penny. Mint copy of Bonk's Revenge. Look how beautiful this colors look. I can play every single TurboGrafx 16 and all the Japanese games on this single card in beautiful portable glory. And the batteries work, everything works on it. I love it. It was worth every bit of it. And if you can believe it, I got this off of Keith Apicary. One of the very first games that I ever got for my Atari Lynx. Gates of Xanacon. Awesome. You should try it. Beautiful game. Let's see, I have Steel Talons, Warbirds, Hard Driving, another Gates of Xanacon open copy, Chips Challenge. These are all my open copies. This is where I play all the time. APB. All my sealed copies are put away. Gauntlet. Great version of Gauntlet, 4-player. Switchblade. Batman Returns. One of the best versions of portable Batman you can buy. Klax. Even better than Tetris. Checkered Flag. The best checkered flag since the Atari 2600 days. And Elvira's Pinball Jam. Very, very exclusive, hard to get copy of Pinball Jam with the instruction manuals. I wasn't just into portables. I also was very, very hardcore into console experiences. One of my very first consoles that I ever got, unfortunately, did not survive to this day, which was a Sega Genesis. It's been lost over the years, but I still have my Super Nintendo. It does have an EverDrive for it. I do have all the attachments. I love this system. This was just beautiful back in 1991. I also have, very important, is my TurboGrafx 16. It's hooked up right now with those little cables, so I don't want to like pull it out. But this is my original one. I remember getting it from Luria's for $150 back in the day. I also have my very first original Atari Jaguar. This was supposed to be the future. This came out like in 19 when I graduated, around 93 I think it was. This was the first 64-bit console ever released. I even got Trevor McFur in Time Fur Days in there. It's a shooter. This system is spectacular. So spectacular that I even had this special controller designed with this sliding puck right here, developed only for one game. And that game is Tempest 2000. One of the best versions of Tempest 2000 that you can buy without a doubt. Now, I use a Real Arcade professional Mortal Kombat stick. This is 2000 of 6000. Actually, it's number 2936. Professional buttons, just like we remember them, with the quick spin. Professional stick, you have to have that if you are a Neo Geo connoisseur. Also super important if you're into retro games, this is my Framemeister that I got. They don't make these anymore. This is very important. I also have my childhood Sega Dreamcast up here. It still has the disk-based drive in it. Everything works just like the day I bought it. And I also have a Tinkerer Dreamcast that I bought off eBay that has the DM drive or whatever it's called, that you can put the games on SD card. That works great. I also have my childhood Nintendo 64. Who can forget that? And with a copy of Bad Fur Days inside of it. And I can't forget my childhood PS2 with the hard drive with tons and tons of the most popular games, and all my saves are right here. This system brought me so much enjoyment. This was the true next generation step for polygons. This made things look incredible, and it's still a very piece of powerful tech in my book. And of course, one of the most underappreciated systems of all time, the Sega Saturn, which has brought me many hours of enjoyment. It is great. It still works just as good as the day it came. And what do I have in here? Oh, and I have Panzer Dragoon Saga in the drive right now. That is a collection of where I came from, my roots. This is what I know. I did not get into computers until about 2 years ago. And the only reason I even got into computers is because of VR, because PlayStation VR was just not cutting it for me, and I always was looking for the bigger, better, badder, and there it is over there. But I'll end this by showing you a few of my games. These are some of my Jaguar games that I have loose and just ready to pop in whenever I'm ready and itching for a good NBA Jam, the best version of NBA Jams you can get. For the Atari Jaguar, Tempest 2000. What else we got up here? Alien vs. Predator. Oh, Ruiner Pinball. And of course, Iron Soldier. These are some of my sealed in box. Iron Soldier for the Lynx, Crystal Mines 2, Steel Talons, all sealed in box. And you can't forget Chips Challenge, Clax. And I do have a copy of Bill and Ted somewhere around here, which is awesome. Some of my Neo Geo classic games is Mark of the Wolves, which is in right now. I love this fighting game. Street Fighter 98, classic. Ninja Combat, 2-player action, the best you can get. Samurai Showdown 4, one of the better ones. No Neo Geo collection is complete without a Real Bout 2. Of course, Metal Slug, very important. I got NAM 1975. The best Samurai Showdown in the world, Part 2. Better than Shock Troopers 2, Shock Troopers 1. Awesome game. Oh, a specialty controller that came much after, called the, what's it called? The Retro Fighter 64, Nintendo 64 controller. If you have a Nintendo 64 and you want a good responding controller, get this. King of Monsters 2 and Blazing Star. Bonus. And did I show you 1945 yet? Of course, no collection is complete without a copy of Aero Fighters. And Cyberlip. Waka Waka 7. And this brings some old memories back in the arcade. Kicking ass, taking names, and keeping my quarter up there. Art of Fighting. What is it? The Samurai Showdown. I got quite a few of these too. Well, that was a little bit of a tour of my consoles, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Let me know if you guys are still keep some of your childhood systems around, and which ones do you like the best? I love them all. What can I say? Especially my portables. I play these every day. Thank you very much. Hit that like button. I know this is a little bit something different, but I will be going back to my regular content. This was just something that I wanted to give you guys. I am reaching 900, and every milestone I like to do something special, and this was something that I wanted to do for you guys because I really do appreciate you guys and everything you guys do. Thank you very much. Don't forget, subscribe if you love it, and I'll see you guys next video.